Good morning. I thought I would pop in quick to talk to you a little bit about our new routine, the new rhythm we've settled into since Christmas and winter holidays and all that is done, and we're back to our normal homeschool routine. So I thought I would pop in and let you know what that routine is going to look like for my family in the new year. So since my children were really little, for about 6 years now, we've been really focusing on this idea of having a rhythm to our day that focuses on expansions and contractions. So we expand and expel our energy out into the world, doing busy things, going on social outings, being around other people, and then we pull back in and we contract and we do something quieter, books, schoolwork, quiet bins, eating, like any sitting sort of activity. Those are all kind of contractions. So by focusing our day and alternating between times of busy with times of quiet, times of social with times on our own, it's a really powerful way I have found that helps my kids be their best. It limits meltdowns and tantrums and power struggles. It just kind of sets everybody up for success. So I wanted to share with you what our plan is, what we've done this week, and what our plan is moving forward for homeschooling. So I have 3 little ones that are home with me right now. My oldest daughter is also home, but she's doing school online. The 3 ones that are home with me homeschooling are, Madeline is in university. That's why she's doing school online. So she's well on her way. Sammy is 10, Benjamin's 8, and little Nora is 2. So those are the ones that spend their day with me. We start our day, something new we're trying with the boys is, now that they have a bit of a later bedtime, they were sleeping in a bit in the morning. So what I'm trying to do now is get my work done first thing in the morning. I get up bright and early and I work kind of 6 until 8. That's my kind of window where I get my work done. The boys are supposed to not come out of the room until 8. That's what we're trying now, that they're going to bed a little later because they have a lot of their activities like karate and things has moved to online. So they're having some activities now in the evening. So it's a different schedule we're trying, but I think it's going to work nicely. So they can get up as early as 7, but then they stay in the room doing quiet activities until 8. And then 8 o'clock they come out and we're just going to start right away with breakfast and morning chores. They each have chores that they do around the house and then their own personal hygiene, make their bed and chores like that. Once that's all said and done, then, and Nora, when she gets up in the morning, of course, she gets up kind of 6:30. She plays with my husband. He has some flexibility in the morning before he has to start his work as well. So after morning chores, we settle right into file folder work. I'll do a different video about file folder work. It's working really, really well for us this year. It's the idea of, I've ripped apart all these different resources that I had used previously for the core skills of reading, writing, and math, and pared them right down, only took the best of the best, put them in a file folder, and that file folder, we have 36 of them I've organized, and they do 1 file folder a week. It's been great for time management for my older son. He has to kind of figure out how he wants to use that time in his day. But anyways, I'll talk about file folders another time. So we get our schoolwork done straight away. Our 1-hour core skills takes about an hour. Then we do snack and we go outside. So the schoolwork is kind of a contraction. Then we go have our snack and we go outside, play, enjoy the beautiful fresh air, the beautiful weather, or the snowy weather, the rainy weather, whatever, we're out there. And then we come back in and we do stories together. So we're working through our unit studies now. So we've got library books out on whatever topic we're doing. We're currently doing the 7 continents. So we share stories together, do another snack because we have snacks all day long. That's when we usually have popcorn and tea when we're doing our stories. It's nice, they just eat their popcorn quietly so I can read, and it gives Nora something to be eating and doing as well. So that's then we pull into a contraction and we do our stories, discussions, interesting facts, all the stuff from the unit study, that sort of oral language. That's when we do that. Then we have lunch and the kids go for their independent time or quiet time. in their bedrooms typically. It still typically happens in their bedrooms for my children. Nora, we're just introducing quiet time because she's done her naps now. So that's something new, and it'll be a bit of a journey to get there, but she'll get there also. The boys have quiet time for an hour. After which they again come back out. You guessed it, snack again. We do really healthy snacks. So they have their snack, and then we go into our full-blown unit study. So the unit studies that we're using that have the 10 hands-on activities. So we do a hands-on activity, or depending on the day, a YouTube video. So the YouTube videos relate to the hands-on activities. So we often will start with the YouTube video, do the hands-on activity that goes along with it, making something, doing a science experiment, something fun and easy that the kids love, and then often do some form of follow-up in the way of writing or a math project, or a math problem, writing, the literacy activity that ties into the unit study, something like that. So we wrap up kind of our unit study, and that brings us typically to about 3 or 4 o'clock. The kids then kind of can play on their own. Screens can go on in our house at 4, so they will sometimes watch TV or do things like that, or they're just often still engaged in whatever we were doing with unit study, and we'll go off playing relating to that, or building Lego. They're huge into Lego. So they do their own thing. My husband then gets home around that time, and I start dinner. We do dinner prep and dinner, and then we typically eat around 5:30, and then we do our evening routine. So alternating between those times of busy with the times of quiet, and the times of social with the times of independent. I mean, right now, there's not a lot of social happening for us. We're kind of here all the time. But that is something that I am mindful of during typical times, that we, when there's a time that we're going to be with friends, we're going to be out doing things, that before we do that, the kids have had some independent time, so that a few of my kids are really, what's that word? You know the word, not super social. What's that word? They prefer to kind of be on their own. I'm totally drawing a blank on that word. Let me know what it is. So they prefer to kind of be on their own. So they need to kind of fill themselves up in order to go out and be able to be around others and be social like that. So yeah, I'm mindful of that. And also just this idea of expanding and contracting ourselves, kind of the same way that we do in a day. Like during the day we're busy, and at night we're quiet. And during the day we're busy, and at night we're quiet. During the summer we're out and busy, and the winter tends to be more of a quiet, cuddle in at home time. Anyways, that's been a really powerful thing for our family. So I wanted to share it with you and see if that might help you this new year. So good luck to you and all that you're doing, and I'll chat to you again soon.